The time is 12 noon on this Wednesday afternoon, May 31st, 2017. And it's time now for the Peter Shell News Report. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Peter J. Wiggins at 12 noon on this Wednesday afternoon. And our top story in the Peter Channel News Report on this Wednesday afternoon is Senator Cory Carter is interested in major cut to the Energy Department. Back in 2014, when Senator Bob Corker of Tennessee said that President Barack Obama cannot be counted on, Corker, now the Republican chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, complained that Obama had failed to follow through on promises. Only President Trump knows when to do his mind, and the smartphone when he tapped out a computer system that contained a non-war cover just after midnight. Kabul, Afghanistan, a huge suicide bomb ripped out the secure area of Kabul at the height of a Wednesday morning rush hour, killing at least 80 people, wounded 360 Afghan officials said. Kathy Griffin can recover from the controversy over the photo shoot that featured holding up a bloody head resembling President Trump Senator Al Franken said on Wednesday. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte denounced Chelsea Clinton in vulgar speech Wednesday for a criticism of a remark being made last week about rape. A Malaysian Airlines planes have been forced to return back to the Melbourne airport after a passenger tried to enter the cockpit. Flight MH128 bound for Kuala Lumpur was forced to return to disrupt the passenger statement from the airline said. The 6,000 intervention of WICBM this week is more evidence that the U.S. will outpace North Korea missile technology by 2020. Moscow, Russian warships in the Mediterranean Sea have fired 4 cruise missiles at the Islamic State group's positions in Syria, the Russian Defense Ministry said on Wednesday. Washington, a Pennsylvania physician who has believed behaving suspiciously and made friend remarks was arrested Wednesday at a Terminal Hotel in Washington after police found an assault style rifle and a handgun in his car. Captain Angel Hum has been in a South Korea for the past year, but made it back to the time to share the graduate stage with her daughter. Milwaukee, a federal appeals court ruled Tuesday in favor of transgender student who led challenge of Wisconsin student schools district policy limiting its bathroom usage. The family of the military said it was, announced in a video popularly showing a Mormon Catholic priest captured by militants loyal to the Islamic State in Malawi. As waters recede in Sri Lanka, the country's disaster management agency has said a death toll from the flood and mudslides has stopped more than 200. China issued a warning following the recent U.S. test of an interceptor missile. A Russian military plane crashed during a training flight to kill one person, and the Russian Defense Ministry said. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman's lawyers have accused prosecutors of secretly communicating with a judge while keeping the Mexican drug lord's defense uniform. Luxury retail Michael Kors Holdings Limited will close 125 stores in the next 2 years, and announced Wednesday. President Trump plans to withdraw the United States from the 2015 Paris Climate Change Agreement, a named U.S. official said. The technology sector remarkable and one in Wall Street is this year produced a new monster Tuesday as Amazon shares showed for $1,000 for the first time. Last week, the Supreme Court dealt with major blow to corporations that tried to use the patent law as weapons against other firms, saying that companies can only be sued for patent infringement in place that they actually do business. Look at that stock today, down 24, 91 points to 21,004.56. SP 5 down 4.51 points at 2,048.48. Nasdaq down 63 points at 6,189.56. Ancient Egyptians were Archaeologists dream they left behind intricate coffins, massive pyramids, and gorgeous hieroglyphics of pictorial writing correct in 1799. Wearing only a 5-inch thick coat of carbon as the solar shields that NASA's solar probe bus will explore the sun's the mission that began in summer 2018. If you collect more than this matter in a small enough volume of space, it gets harder and harder to escape from its gravitational pull. Ohio sues 5 drug companies over opioid crisis. The British breast surgeon Ian Patterson was recently found guilty of wounding intent after operating Patterson's initials. He had now been sentenced to 15 years in jail. Clive Bates, director of Contrafactual Consulting UK, covered the article in a letter to Scott Gottlieb, the new commissioner of the Food and Drug Administration. 11 Democrat senators previously the pressure to be faced as a perpetrated misconception about e-cigarettes with chemical tweaks and antibiotic can dole out any of 3 lethal blows of some of the deadliest bacteria and give evolution one nasty concussion. Peter Chell News Time is 12:05 on this Wednesday afternoon down after Sports Report Buster. Red Sox will be taking on the Chicago White Sox. Game time 8:10 p.m. at Comiskey Park in Chicago. We got Pittsburgh Boxers dropping a tragic battle against the Tennessee Men for foreign capture to the brink in Pittsburgh during the opening Stanley Cup final. Looking for Jake Gensel has found many advantages and one disadvantage to the occupying the locker room beside Sidney Crosby at the Pittsburgh Penguins suburb practice ring and NFL insider John Paperso Clinton at ESPN. Peter Chaldusan, 12:06 p.m. on this Wednesday afternoon, and it's time now for traveling and transit the ball. Baby! Let's study our family here with Worcester train. 5:14 a.m. from Worcester's up at 5 minutes late between Framingham and substation to track work. Thursday, London get on the subway since the Green Line space of Mondelez between Park Street and Kenmore due to police action. Someone else supports space of Mondelez due to traffic. And Thursday, London get. Okay, look at that. I was in Mulways of New England. 95, southbound side, slow between Route 7 and Norwalk, all the way out of Stamford. Merritt Parkway, westbound side of Wilson Road, West Haven. Interstate 84, westbound side of Wilson Road, 291 in Manchester, Connecticut. Massapequa, westbound side of Wilson between Charlton and then 94 in Sturbridge. 84, westbound side of Wilson between Massapequa, Route 20 and Sturbridge. Massapequa, both ends back around Route 120 in Weston. Route 3 and southbound side of Wilson Road. 120 in Burlington, Route 2 and the northbound side. It's a little slow round. 120 in the northbound side of Wilson Road. Route 2 in Lexington. 495 in the southbound side of Wilson Haverhill stretch. 130 eastbound side of Wilson Jamestown and Newport via the Newport Bridge. 101 westbound side of Wilson Road. Everett Turnpike in Manchester, New Hampshire. Interstate 89 southbound side of Wilson Road. Route 93 in Concord, New Hampshire. 393 in the eastbound side of Wilson Road. Route 93 in Concord, New Hampshire. And Route 89 northbound side of Wilson Road around St. Albans and Interstate 87 in the southbound side. Slow after Canadian border upstate New York. After the Canadian border, Interstate 89. Northbound side also before the Canadian border in upstate Vermont and Interstate 91 and southbound side also after the Canadian border in upstate Vermont and now it's 15 on the northbound side it's on southern Quebec there towards Montreal and over 55 southbound side slow before the U.S. border in southern Quebec. Feature channel news on is 12:08 on this Wednesday afternoon, and it's time now for weather report. And we're gonna looking at radar, and it shows line of rain showers stretching the line from Marshfield, Massachusetts, and Plymouth, Massachusetts, stretching to southeastern Massachusetts, and heavy bands of clusters of showers and heavy bands of showers around Bridgewater, East Bridgewater, Taunton, Raynham, Middlebury, and Carver, and around Provincetown, and stretch all the way down around southwest Massachusetts and heavy band of rain showers and storms around Newport, Rhode Island, and southern Rhode Island and southeast portion of Connecticut, and some rain showers in northeastern Connecticut, east central Connecticut, and northwestern portion of Rhode Island, and the southwestern portions of Worcester County, and raining around west of Enfield, Connecticut, stretching about western portions of Massachusetts, west of Springfield up to Greenfield, and western and south central portions of New Hampshire and southeast of Vermont around Brattleboro. And raining around off the main coast of eastern New Brunswick and southern New Brunswick, and raining around in Quebec and northwestern Maine and upstate central New York and north central Pennsylvania, and a line of showers and storms for West Virginia, central West Virginia, and via Charleston, West Virginia. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. This afternoon, scattered shower mainly before 1 p.m. Mostly clouds come at 71 degrees. Light south wind, chance at 30%. Tonight, a chance of showers. Rain between 8 p.m. 11 p.m. Press fog bars. Mostly clouds about 35 degrees. Light southwest wind, chance at 30%. New Britain less than 7 inches possible. Thursday, slight chance of showers before 11 a.m. Then a slight chance of showers at afternoon. Most clouds come at 75 degrees. West about 3 to 7 miles an hour. Chance to 20%. Thursday night, a mostly clouds about 30 degrees and west about 3 to 5 miles an hour. For Friday, chance of showers mainly between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Most clouds come at 32 degrees. Southwest about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Chance to 30%. Friday night, chance of showers. Mostly clouds about 32 degrees and chance to 40%. Saturday, partly Saturday, the podcast about 71 about 51 degrees, and Sunday, church rain after 9 a.m. Partly Saturday, the most cast about 67 about 53 degrees, and church rate to 50%. Monday, church rain, mostly cast about 64 about 51 degrees, and church rate to 35%. And for Tuesday, church rain, mostly cast about 63 degrees, and church rate to 30%. Currently in town, and it's all there. Casting 61 and rain and fog and mist, and not and it's overcast, and it's 64, and Mansfield, it's overcast at 63, and that's gonna be it for the Future Channel. New News 1, and it's May 31st, 2017 on a Wednesday afternoon. Good afternoon, goodbye to you. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you at 3 o'clock. Hope you have a good afternoon.